Why are you sitting here? Why are you here? What is this stream for? What? Are you developing the game or not? What is happening? Players are giving up. Blue Protocol Dev Stream 10 summary. So if you guys don't know, Blue Protocol is a new anime MMORPG that is currently released in Japan as far as I know, and right now is in the middle of being published by Amazon and being ported over to the West. I think they have some censorship stuff, but also just porting and language and translating and probably voice acting that they have to do too, right? So it's going to take a while for it to come to the West, but apparently players are already giving up. But let's see. Let's take a look. Why are they giving up already?
Hello everyone, EtherSong here, and I'm back with another Blue Protocol video. So the other day, the developers held their 10th Blue Protocol communication livestream, and let's just say it was very badly received by the Japanese community. There was a survey held at the end of the stream, and over 70% of the players said it was not a good...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at all the W's. Look at all the W's. Oh my god, all the kusa. Kusa, this is kusa. Kusa means like laugh, like grass. W in Japanese is like short for warao. Warao is to laugh. And so if they're spamming W's, they're laughing. And when you look at W's, it looks like grass. So they're spamming W's, grass, right? Or laughing,
stream. After the stream, many players went
That's
to vent
crazy
their
though. Hold on.
said,
That is absolutely nuts though. Like, imagine 70% of your player base just saying like, whatever we just saw right now, that sucks.
it was not a good stream. After the stream, many players went to vent their frustrations online as well on sites like 5chan and Twitter. So why is this stream so negatively received? Let's take a step back and look at what the stream was about and talk about what parts
Dude, they're so sad. They're so sad. Whose idea was it to have this live poll in our dev stream?
that agitated players. The stream covered two main topics. The first was about fixes and adjustments being made to the game, and the second was about the upcoming August update. As usual, the developers talked about bug fixes being made and continued efforts to stop cheaters. Beyond that, they're also making adjustments to the venture board system by increasing the number of boards that can be active at once and working to make improvements to the UI surrounding selecting and viewing these boards. These boards appear to be the developers' alternative approach to quests. They are a list of tasks connected by lines. By completing them, recipes, materials, and experience can be acquired. But since they have been
so it's kind of like achievements in like Honkai Star Rail then, right? And these are alternatives to quests. That sounds like I think questing is like, I don't think it's really cool when you have like a list of achievements to do. I've never went into Honkai Star Rail and like looked at the achievements and been like, oh yeah, I need to do this to get 20 Stellar Jade and I need to do that for 40 Stellar Jade. I've never done that. That's just, achievements just happen naturally, and I collect the Stellar Jade obviously, but I've never like looked at the achievements I need to do. I feel like if this is an alternative to quests, that sucks for an MMO. I feel like that's ass. Honestly, it feels like a gacha mobile game, but this is supposed to be an MMO, right?
Reduced. Many players have been frustrated by the micromanagement and limits that come with them.
Yeah.
Originally, only 5 boards could be active at once, meaning players would constantly have to disable and enable boards based on the area they are in.
What? Whose idea was this? Not only are these achievements not all available to be done, you have to choose which set of achievements you're going for? That's so ass, dude. There's so many there. There's so many here. You want me to read all this shit? Why? That is the worst idea I've ever heard. What the fuck?
It doesn't help that these boards can be spread across multiple areas, along with the difficulty of sorting through numerous boards. Allowing
Don't read, just get achievements? But you can't. You have to pick 5. You have to pick 5 that you want to do. That's so dumb.
In addition, various changes have also been made to the classes. Blade Warden skills were adjusted to help them better fulfill their role as a tank. However,
Why is she wearing no shirt?
the game currently doesn't have a hard trinity, and the Blade Warden has suffered as a result. Most enemies would just end up attacking whoever was dealing the most damage. The Foe Breaker itself better fills the role of the Blade Warden by being able to spin and group up enemies. We'll have to see how these changes affect the Blade Warden. It feels like the developers are still trying to figure out what they want to do with each of these classes.
So let me get this straight. You have a tank class that can't tank. Because apparently the only game mechanic that determines aggro is whoever deals the most damage. There's no taunting? There's no taunting? There's no like aggro resetter or like target me? No? This class doesn't have that? That sounds dumb. Like, then why would I play a tank?
Beyond that, the Twin Striker got some minor adjustments. The Keen Strider
Wait, why not just give him a tank? Why not give him a taunt?
classes. Beyond that, the Twin Striker got some minor adjustments. The Keen Strider had its basic attack damage increased and some cooldown times reduced. And finally, the Spellweaver and Foebreaker were both hit with nerfs. To give some context to this, most Spellweavers only use 3 skills, with the 4th skill sometimes swapped out. Concentrate to regenerate EP, Follow Bullets for extra damage when using a skill, and the Icicle skill to spam for damage.
This looks pretty cool, by the way, but okay.
The final skill was often set to Blizzard for building up the party chain. In this update, both Icicle and Blizzard received nerfs. Icicle got a reduced chance to flinch enemies, and Blizzard was changed to a 40-second cooldown. However, many players felt like the developers were nerfing skills because they were the most used ones, instead of considering why that is. The reason Icicle and Blizzard are used is because there are no better alternatives. The same can be said with the Foe Break.
Because everything else sucks, and now you're making my good skills suck? Then what the hell am I supposed to do? Then my whole class just sucks.
Who always takes Rock Body and Dust Vortex skills. And in this update, we can see the Rock Body skill being nerfed as well. This lack of choice when choosing skills seems to be one of the main problems the game currently faces. To start, players can only equip 4 skills. Many of the skills that are available are lackluster, not interesting to use, and only have a simple function such as dealing damage with a small debuff. Despite there being only a small number of skills, many of the skills fulfill similar roles, meaning there's no reason to pick the weaker skill.
Right.
Because of this, most classes end up only having one real build that is used.
Right.
There's only an illusion of choice.
So basically you have a bunch of skills, but they all do very similar things. The only difference between them are the numbers. And so they're looking at the most used skills because apparently those numbers are really good. They're looking at those most used skills and they're like, you know what would be good is if we like made it so that you guys pick the other skills by just nerfing those. And we bring them in line with the other skills. And so it's just like, what? It's like, then my whole class just sucks. Let's just make everything suck. It's like, why would you do that? Let's just make everything suck. It's like, what did you think people would say about this? What did you think? It's like, at least buff something else then. Get people excited to play. If they're all the same, then, oh my god, this game sounds like a dumpster fire. Even MapleStory is better at this point. I can see there are a lot of whys in this game. They're breaking a golden rule about character class balancing. Character class balancing. Nerfing but more than buffing. Yes, like I feel like in general, like nobody likes to see their classes get nerfed. Obviously though, right? If you're gonna nerf something, you have to at least buff something else, right? You have to like improve something, or like they have to understand like it's just way too overpowered. But it doesn't really sound like they are trying to keep sort of like a balance between all classes sort of thing. They're trying to keep a balance of all skills. And if you're trying to keep a balance of all skills, it's like, but they all suck. Like, you're wanting me to make a decision between these skills, but now that you just took away the best one, you've left me with only bad decisions. The right choice was just to not play the game. Right? That sucks. That's unfortunate.
However, it seems like the developers are aware of the problem with the skill numbers and diversity and said they are planning to do something about it.
Okay.
I personally would like to be able to equip more than 4 skills. I think being able to equip around 6 skills would make the game feel a lot better.
Why can you only equip 4 skills? What is this bullshit? Is this like why? Is it made for consoles? Is that why? Are you gonna play Blue Protocol on consoles? Like, I don't. Can you play Blue Protocol on consoles? Okay, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. Okay, I see. I understand why, I guess, in a sense. They don't want to, like, overload players with too many, like, choices. But, I mean, like Final Fantasy does multi-buttons and modifiers for buttons and skills just fine. And just, I don't know. I feel like you should just put a little more faith into your player base. I understand, like, you have a target audience, right? But that does sound unfortunate. I think if you're marketing to an MMORPG crowd, then you don't really have to be worried too much about complexity, right?
Also, I would like to see the skills have more diversity, defined functions, and impact.
That sucks that all the skills are like
too many skills that perform the same role
too
and
similar.
Simply aren't fun to use. I'll be looking forward to what changes they make to this area of the game. Depending on how they approach it, the game's combat could become a lot more interesting.
What up, cats?
But returning to the class changes, these nerfs to Spellweaver and Foebreaker made many players question the developers.
All right.
Are they nerfing for the right reasons?
Right.
Do they need to be nerfing skills this early on?
Dude, this thing got nerfed from 60% to 30, 90% to 40. This took a 50% hit. What? It's a damage nerf too. No, dude.
Skills, could they just end up driving even more players away? Some players felt like the developers shouldn't be focusing too heavily on class balance currently because there are many more important areas of the game that need to be looked at. Moving on, we got some information about the upcoming August update.
Okay.
The main draw of this update is the Blitz Lancer, a new class. Apart from that, some new areas and missions are also being added to the game. This update is also bringing some new choices to the beauty salon.
Okay.
This includes some new hairstyles.
I'll be honest. I don't really like Blue Protocol's art style. I feel like there's just, like, it's a little too samey, and it's different. It's anime, but then it isn't, right? I feel like the kind of anime you want in, like, these kind of games, right, is something from, like, Genshin Impact, right? I think you want this type of anime, these kind of figures, right? Or, like, Honkai Star Rail, right? Like, there's just something fundamentally, like, missing. I feel like it's just, they're way too bland. You know what I mean? But also that they just don't look very good. I feel like maybe the cheeks are too rounded or whatever, or it's just there's not too many, like, strong features. Everything's very soft, right? And it just doesn't feel right. Honkai Star Rail, right? Zenless Zone Zero, right? Any MiHoYoverse game, there's no, like, art direction. And it's way too bland, and it's way too, like, it's very, very basic, right? Yeah.
A new two-tone color option, and some new makeup options.
Like, this one too, like, why are they so rounded? What are these cheeks? And, like, I don't know. It's it's very simplistic, the nose and the eyes. It's definitely not, like, the hair is very, very just muted. There's not that much going on. right?
The shop is also getting some new items added to it, including a bundle.
Even their stylized stickers look so plain. They look so plain. Like, these are supposed to be stickers. You're supposed to, like, they look like they're using the model for the stickers. Like, why? Do you not have any artists? Do you not have, like, an art direction? Like, why are they using the 3D models? Or, like, the game models?
Celebrating the new class. But most players feel like the $14 price tag is a little too much for a bundle consisting mostly of junk consumables. Pricing concerns are the same for other items as well. Things like hats, glasses, and hair accessories are also being added, but at around a $7 price point.
$7? 100 gems is $7? This stuff? This shit? Your game doesn't even look good and you want to charge people for it? Dude. It looked better in MapleStory. This game that's like been out for decades now. There's more life and like style in this game. What is this?
Moving on, the stream then showed off the new Blitzlancer class. This should have been the main event of the stream, and the part that players get excited to play the game for.
Okay.
However, this is where everything went south.
Oh no.
To begin, the developers said that the media would be giving specifics about the class at a later date. So they
Wait, they made an announcement of an announcement? Like, guys. Tune in for the stream for Blitzlancer. So guys, it turns out it takes a long time to develop a class. You might see it on the next one. You might see it on the next stream.
They won't discuss the class's skills in detail in the stream. This left many players wondering, why wouldn't the details about the class be given in the stream?
Yeah, why not just like something? Why not just give information? Why not just a couple slides or a screenshot? I mean, you don't even need like a video showcase. It's like, what? You're delaying the info? Like, what? Why not just say anything about it? It's like, what is a Blitzlancer?
Supposed to showcase it. People watching the stream were left speculating whether the developers actually even knew the details about the class. In any case,
guys, they didn't include it in our manuscript, okay? They didn't include it. They didn't give it to us. We actually don't know what's going on. We were told it would be ready for the stream, but it turns out it wasn't, so my bad. Hey, my bad, guys. My bad.
Instead of talking about the class, the developers decided to show the three of them using it in a dungeon in the game.
Oh, okay.
The developers then went on to spend literally 10 minutes playing the class in the dungeon without any commentary or explanation. People watching the stream were left sitting there to listen to the developers clicking the keyboard in silence for 10 minutes while having no clue about what was happening.
Yeah, guys, check out this class. It's like, pretty cool, right? It's like, wait,
having
go back.
no clue about what was happening.
They're not explaining anything. They're not saying anything?
Players were left wondering why a video showcasing the class wasn't prepared. Just when people thought that the stream couldn't get any worse. It did.
Yeah, like, why couldn't you just have a gameplay showcase? Why couldn't you have, like, something prepared in advance? Why couldn't you just voice over it? It's like you could have done anything. You could have done anything else other than this, and it would have been better. You could have done anything else other than that, and it would have been, you would have been fine. Like, how do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up? I don't get it.
Did. The developers held a Q&A session open to questions about the new class. However, the developers didn't know the answers to certain questions about the class and began saying things like, "It does this, doesn't it? At least this is what I thought it did. Am I wrong? I can't remember either. Was it 2 or 3? It's probably 3. I'm not sure about this either. In this situation..."
Why are you sitting here? Why are you here? What is the stream for? What? Are you developing the game or not? What is happening? Hello? What? How can they be so uninformed? I don't know. What?
Situation, this probably happens. I can't remember right now. The developers went on to do this back and forth for more than 5 minutes, trying to remember what the new class actually does in various situations. Keep in mind, this was after 10 minutes of them playing the class in silence.
Yo, but guys, check out the gacha store. check it out. Check out the gacha store. Yo, we got pig hats. You can get it after 110 pulls. We got pig hats. Oh man, I forgot where I was.
I can't remember either. Was it 2 or 3? It's probably 3. I'm not sure about this either. In this situation, this probably happens. I can't remember right now. The developers went on to do the...
Why do the Q&A? What question were you hoping to answer? What question were you hoping to answer? This is why every dev should just script their stream. They should just have like someone else like on the other end just sending in questions that they could pick out. They cherry pick and answer. Like at least do that. At least do that. At least lie to us. At least lie to us. Please. Please lie to us. Please lie to us that this is actually a live event. Just pre-record. Just anything was better. Anything else was better.
This back and forth for more than 5 minutes, trying to remember what the new class actually does in various situations. Keep in mind, this was after 10 minutes of them playing the class in silence. People in the stream were left dumbfounded watching the developers who, in a Q&A session, were so uncertain of the class they were supposed to be answering questions about. Comments flooded in questioning if the developers even played a new class before. Others asked for someone who actually knows about the class to answer the questions.
That was a question. Dude, that sucks. That's so funny. It's like, oh, we got a question out here from Huge Jazz. Huge Jazz says, hey, can we get someone else on the stream to actually answer these fucking questions? Well, Mr. Huge Jazz, you're very true to your name there.
The final nail in the coffin was when the stream ended by giving out serial codes to junk items that no one cared about.
Ability puraga? チケット tuning ticket 4. You get 1 of these, 4 of these.
In summary, there were many small factors up until now and throughout the stream that left players feeling frustrated.
Dude, I honestly, I didn't see that this game would be as much of a train wreck as it was, but as soon as I saw the art design and the direction, and like as soon as I saw it, right, I knew, I'm gonna say it, Like I wish I wish I called it, but I just knew this game was not going to be that great. And now it's fun. It's fun to see the confirmation.
These include things like the Avenger board system, unnecessary class balances, over-the-top monetization, and a lack of content and satisfying in-game.
Yep.
However, what pushed players over the edge was the developers' lack of ability to show off and explain a new Blitzlancer class.
It's the mining canary, right? I watch Asmongold a lot. I love Asmongold, right? And he talks about this this sort of concept, right, called a mining canary problem. And the mining canary, apparently what it is, when it comes to mining and you're digging tunnels, you're going down, you're going underground, right? It gets really dangerous, right? And there is a danger within these mining shafts, these tunnels, where gas builds up. Where certain gases build up and it's too toxic, it's too poisonous for people to be there, right? To do work there. And obviously you have to clear out and you have to pack up and you have to move. And so what miners did was they used to bring canaries. They used to bring canaries in cages down to the mining shafts with them. And if the canaries would start screaming, freaking out, and just choking out and dying, then they knew it's like, oh, okay, if the canaries can't survive here, then we got to clear out, right? And so it's like, why? What does that mean in this context? It's like with the over-the-top monetization, the low quality assets, right? The fact that they don't even know what the hell is going on with the Blitzlancer, right? They can't answer a simple question. They can't even be bothered to make a preview like of a gameplay video or voiceover, right? They can't even talk during the gameplay, right? It's a huge mining canary as far as like, it's a huge telltale sign that these guys have no idea what they're doing, and it gives you zero faith in this game and zero faith in sort of the direction it's going. And anyone who had any sort of investments into this game, as far as like their feelings into it, or even monetarily, they're pulling out. They're pulling out because this is just it's a disaster. That is a disaster. Absolutely. Dude, it would be so funny if Amazon was just like, you know what, guys? I don't know if we're going to be publishing this game.
The developers seemed clueless to how many of the class features worked. This left many players feeling like the developers don't even care about their own game enough to learn what the new class coming to it does. Up until now, there have been many other instances where obvious problems in the game weren't addressed until players pointed them out. Players are starting to feel like the developers don't have a proper understanding of the game from a player's perspective.
Nope.
To add insult
There's
to
like
injury,
zero testing,
this stream is also coming right after the announcement that Bandai Namco Online's other game, Gundam Evolution, will be shutting down its...
Wait, what? Wait, Gundam Evolution's actually shutting down? No! I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, it's not a total surprise, but what? That sucks, dude. Oh my god. That sucks. We played Gundam Evolution. It was a pretty cool game. It was a good game. They're just canceling it? Oh man, dude.
servers. I saw a comment in the stream saying, what is the point of playing the game if there isn't anything to do and it'll just shut down as well?
Oh. 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 Ah. That's a tough one. We might have to get that other dev you were mentioning to answer that one.
While I don't feel as negative about the game as this, I can't deny that this last developer livestream was an embarrassment to watch. And it's true that the game does lack content.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping the developers can turn things around by improving various aspects of the game, such as build variety, the number of skills and choices, adding more interesting boss battles, an interesting in-game, and more content that promotes cooperation with other players. Beyond that, live features such as housing would be a great match for the game, but the other core aspects of the game should probably be improved first.
Yeah. Like, you have to have the fundamentals. You have to have the core, the structure of the game that sound, right? Final Fantasy 14 is a sound game. It has good bones, right? This game, it's already looking like we got some weak bones here. You know what I mean? It just doesn't, it's feeling a little shaky. It's feeling a little shaky. It's like all those other features, housing and whatnot, like that can come after, but they need to do something about this stream.
In addition, fixing the horrible shop prices and removing gacha also goes without saying, but changes to those would probably be more unlikely to see, unfortunately.
That sucks. Even he doesn't think they'd go back on it.
Overall, while this stream alone didn't cause all the damage, it seems like it served as the tipping point for a large number of players, leaving them frustrated and with a grim outlook on the future of the game. However, I do want to make it clear, I'm not covering this topic because I want the game to fail.
Well, yeah.
Rather, I want it to succeed.
Of course.
As I'm sure many of the other players who watch the stream do.
It's like, I hate the notion of like, oh, shh, don't say anything. Don't say anything. God, come on, man. If we want the game to do good, we have to make sure that everyone else thinks that it's good, and that way they'll play it, and then it'll get better. It'll get better. It's a really bad game right now, but if you say anything, then people aren't going to play it. They'll never get better. No, it's like, if you play this game at its state right now, if you reward these developers with this with your playtime, with your time, your investment, your money, right, then all you're gonna get is more of the same shit. It's not going to magically disappear. They're only going to be rewarded positively from all their shitty decisions. That's all you accomplish, and you don't enact change by buying into this product. If this game is shit, it's shit. It didn't deserve your money. And that's the same, like, you could kind of relating it back to Yu-Gi-Oh! If you keep buying into Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you keep playing Master Duel, they'll never ban Max C. They will never ban Max C. The day they ban Max C is when they start seeing, like, players in the West dip in player count. That's literally it. They'll never ban it. They will never ban it because now they have you, right? You reward them with your time, you reward them with your commitment, and all you will get is the same shit. The only way a game gets better is to stop playing the game. This will get the message eventually. Or like because the fear is that the game will die. But that's okay. If it's a bad game, why should you play it? If you don't like it, why are you gritting your teeth and like toughing it out? It's just, no. Play a different game. There are other games out there. There are other things you can do to spend your time. Just do something else. Why would you want to support something that goes against what you want to do? Well, it goes against your wishes. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
As well. Once players stop caring altogether is when the game is truly in trouble. In any case,
yes,
hopefully the
absolutely.
developers can continue to improve the game and regain the trust of their players. Let me know what you think of this situation in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Later.
That was a good video. I liked it. Wow, he summed everything up and he presented it very, very well. Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how they intend to crash the game into the ground. I mean, don't get me wrong. It could definitely go the other way. Thank you, Mr. Ethersong, for a great video. It could definitely go the other way, and I don't mind. I don't ever mind being wrong. I don't ever mind having my expectations subverted, right? If they end up making the game a success, great. I have an anime waifu game MMO to play. That's awesome. That sounds great. I would love that. But like, it's a mining canary, right? This whole stream is a mining canary. It just shows you almost without a doubt that these devs don't have an idea of what the players actually want, and they're kind of only really in here for the money. Like, this was the biggest feature, right? This maid shit, this pig hat, the season pass, these were the biggest features. And it's just like, dude, we came here for the Blitz Lancer. And you couldn't even tell us anything about it, right? And you nerfed everything. You nerfed all our tools. You nerfed all the best stuff. And the thing is, all the stuff, all the other skills, they do the same thing. So now we're just left with nothing. It's like, it's just a huge, it tells a lot, like, about what is going on in their space, and it just leaves you with zero faith. It leaves you with zero faith, and I think that is sad. Do you think they actually care about the player? I think they care enough, like, they want them to play. Yeah. I think they are gonna have to, like, do some sort of apology, or like some sort of, like, you know, heads are gonna roll. For this stream, heads better roll. They need to find new people, because it's just a clear sign here that something is not right. Something is very, very messed up within, like, their inner workings, and they need to fix it. Stat. Maybe giving constructive criticism instead of into the game would help too. I saw several bad games myself, but I do make an effort to give insights to improvement. It's not my job to make suggestions to improve a game. It's not my job. It's not your job. The onus isn't like, oh, like, I have to have better suggestions. The suggestion is already implicit. Fix the problem. Get rid of the problem, right? You don't have to have suggestions on how to fix it, right? You don't have to be constructive with your feedback, honestly. All you need to do is all you're going to do is you're just going to buy into something else.